but I've got it in my book. So this is part of my journal, some stuff I'd written down. I think in our first episode we were talking about Bigfoot and cryptids and stuff.
Yes, sir.
This is another one of my cryptid epiphanies when I was communing with the divine, let's say. But this is kind of my Mothman prophecy. Basically, I had read an article about moths, about how when they get trapped in the light, it's not because they're attracted to it, it's because it's throwing off their navigation system, and it's actually torturous for them. It's they can't break free. So, and one night I was having a good time, and I was feeling philosophical, and I was like, Mothman, like that is some interesting stuff, and how he was a harbinger of bad news, and he was basically, he was supposed to be warning people, supposedly in Point Pleasant. They saw him, and then the bridge collapsed. So they don't. A lot of people speculate, like, did he cause the collapse, or was he warning people about the collapse? And I'm in the boat that he was warning people. He was a kind of like a good entity. And whenever people see Mothman, it's always preceding a natural disaster or something bad that's going to happen. But Mothman, a lot of people like Mothman, kind of like Bigfoot. You see the Mothman pins. I got a Mothman pin on my hat, and I've got stickers, and just like Bigfoot, everybody thinks Mothman's cool. But I really, really connected that whole idea about how moths, they get stuck with the light. The light's messing with their navigation system. And what's causing light in our daily lives? Screens, our phones, our notification sounds, bing, 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 bing. We just can't put our phones down. It's messing with our attention. We can't break free of these devices. And AI, it's getting worse. I read an article or I heard something about how AI is causing psychosis. So it's also a parallel problem with entheogenic mushrooms, where some people, it kind of triggers their psychosis if they're already susceptible to it. So I think that AI is kind of like a double whammy, as well as like social media and the algorithms and all that stuff. So just a few things I had written in my book from that night was success isn't just about time spent. The most valuable asset you have to offer others and yourself is your attention, which tends to explain every aspect of everything in society today, the good and the bad. AI, forced advertising, algorithms, smartphones, easy money. Your attention is worth more than you know. Stop wasting it. Everything is designed to stop you from looking up. The only way to wake people up is to meet them where they are. We've got to fight fire with fire.
Definitely.
So
it's the difference between value and worth. That's what we were just speaking about.
This is a topic we're going to come back to when we're talking about the allegory of the cave.
And I think it's pretty beautiful, because a lot of people will have the, again, allergic reaction of going, Mothman, that's fake. I don't believe in that. Well, regardless of if it's true or if it's not, Nerdy was able to look at it from a really analytic point of view, based on nature, based on facts, and learn something from it, whether it was true or not. I think that's beautiful. I think it's a great lesson to learn. Just don't have a
Mothman
immediate reaction.
Sitting in front of the TV, just
I used to watch this show. It was called I can't remember the name of it, but it was on History Channel. I'm sure people will be able to tell us in the channel, something Beast or something like that. But they would talk about all these cryptids, about Bigfoot and all this stuff. This is why I talked about this in podcast, because if you ask me if I believe in Bigfoot or any of these things, I don't believe in them, because I don't know them to be true. I only believe in things that I know to be true. But does that mean that I don't think that they're real? No, of course not. And that's so much about life, about spirituality, about math, about science. There's so many things that, again, when you get to that point of knowing everything you can know until you're looking out into the abyss of what's possible. It just goes back to our quote with the Matrix.
Just because something is myth does not make it untrue.
100%. And you're never better for not knowing something. I will say that a lot on this podcast. You're never better for not knowing something. As long as it doesn't hurt you, as long as there's no risk involved. And for some people, even if there's risk involved, as long as you're willing to learn something outside of your wheelhouse, the thing that you love, your passion, is there in front of your face. You've seen people do it 1,000 times. You just haven't given them the opportunity. You need to open your mind. You need to wake up out of your dream. Come out of the cave.
back into religion was because I started viewing religion as myth. And I was like, you know what? This stuff is freaking true. And I was looking
100%.
at all this all wrong. This is good stuff.
And there are some things that maybe are true, or
This
maybe they
is
are, but
true.
still there's value for it. Yeah, 100%. There's things that I used to say this about the Bible all the time because people like to say that there's hypocrisies in the Bible. Look, you're looking at the wrong thing. You're choosing to pick the negatives out of something that's beautiful, that has so much life to give, and a knowledge that's there that you're asking for the knowledge. You're looking at it and you're going, well, these are the things I don't like. It's the same concept of putting 10 answers on the board, getting the last answer wrong and picking on someone because they got the last answer wrong, rather than congratulating them for the first 9 answers they got right. It's our condition of our society. We've been programmed to think this from the time we were little. We need to break out of this chain, snap out of this, wake up. 100%.
Mythology was my gateway drug to religion.
And me too, as well. And psychedelics and seeing a UFO and wondering, is that real or is it not? Or, could it be a plane? And doing psychedelics and having the experience and going, is that real or was it just the drug? These are the things I love. I love balancing on the line of fantasy, what's real and what's not. And as far as the Matrix is concerned, you can go ahead and give me the red pill, I think. I'm ready to see how deep we can really go as a human being to learn what we can know. I want to learn to love people that I hate. I want to learn to, see people's perspective that I love from a perspective that I don't agree with. I want to be able to look at things from all points and shapes of view. And I think that's going to give us the biggest scope of reality that we can get. For some people, that's not for them. It's too much, and that's fine. But if you're a deep diver, you come to the right spot. No doubt.